ASG recently stopped by the very popular Michelin star Holbox in Los Angeles, coming right after a visit to the National History Museum, which is just a few minutes away at Exposition Park. And check out the latest progress on the George Lucas Museum. Holbox is located in the Mercado La Paloma Plaza, and we were lucky enough to get there early and sat at the bar, which we highly recommend on your visit if you can swing it. Holbox has won a series of different awards. You can actually see them around the restaurant. One is the Los Angeles Times Restaurant of the Year in 2023, a Michelin star in 2024, and the James Beard Foundation nominee in 2023. Now, as we review the menu, we'll walk you through the items that we were lucky enough to get on our visit. One thing we do recommend is look at the menu before you go, and then I think that you're probably going to want to see it a second time once you get here. But Holbox is primarily a seafood restaurant that is based on Mexican dishes. For our visit, we were really looking for a variety of different types of food. So we started off with the sparkling lemonade, which was actually quite tasty. We do heavily recommend this as far as getting a beverage. The spicy green aquachile seemed to be a very popular item. It comes with scallops and crackers, but it's a very light dish, very citrusy, and very tasty overall with its microgreens. And we saw quite a bit of these made. Altogether, as you can see too, the use of avocados at Holbox is just really just a nice touch. Delicious base, and goes beyond just being a simple garnish. The tostada de campachi and uni. The uni was just delicious. It's a great way, as you can see here too, you can share it probably about 4 ways, so everybody gets a chance to eat some of that uni. Just goes together very well, again, being more seafood based. And then we had a series of tacos, one being the Baja shrimp taco, kind of standard taco, but what's nice is the tortillas are very good. I think maybe a little bit under discussed. One other thing is don't forget the different sauces that are made on site. And so you might have to look for them on the bar. The sauces are just as good as the entrees and really desirable with your dish. While eating at the bar, you get a really good front seat to not only the preparation, but the different foods that they're preparing. So this was actually really good for us to kind of see what was popular, like this shrimp dish here. Now, we did not do the tasting menu, but we wanted to point it out. The tasting menu has 8 items, is available Wednesdays and Thursdays, but reservations are definitely required. So go to their site. We wanted to point out the parking situation because it's not that easy. It is a very small lot. The DMV that's next door does not open until after 5 p.m. And as we sat and enjoyed our food, the line got longer and longer as the evening wore on. So the earlier the better, and just expect the line. Now for our entrees, we had the camarones al mojo with garlic butter shrimp, homemade bread, and cilantro rice and black beans. Now this is definitely an entree. It was a lot of food. The shrimp was just probably some of the most delicious sauce that you'll ever have. It goes really well with the crostini bread. The bread is made fresh at Holbox. And of course the sides were just as delicious. The other entree item was the ceviche mixto with Yucatan octopus, shrimp, and striped bass. And then we have the campachi taco. This was another revelation. We've got the hard shell and all of the chilies that you see here in the microgreens on the outside of the taco. When you bite in, you get a very nice soft filling. And for dessert, why not come and get the churros with chocolate sauce? The churros are delicious and homemade, and the sauce is just delicious too. It reminds me of Abuelita, so I think it might be that. One thing that we saw was a very brisk business around the takeout side of things. And so we also took a takeout with octopus and calamari ink and scallop. It's a nice souvenir to remember your visit for the next day. There is a takeout menu and pricing. It's a full featured menu. We found too the items, and this is not always the case, a lot of the items that you take out are just as good as eating there. Also, if you notice the prices, and you can do this research on your own, Holbox is a tremendous deal. There's a lot of people we've seen there. I bet they're regulars. It really tells you that they're ready to have Michelin-starred food that's attainable price-wise. With that, we definitely recommend Holbox if you're in the area. allstreetsgourmand.com.